Good morning, degenerates, and welcome to another episode of Boring Crypto IO, the place where I read you the boring crypto news every morning, Monday through Friday, just so you don't have to. My name is not important. Let's get into the garbage. Blackrock spot Bitcoin ETF renews optimism, sparks waves of new filings. Deutsche Bank reportedly applies for digital asset custody license from Banfi. Crypto exchange backed by Fidelity, Schwab, Citadel launches with trading of 4 cryptocurrencies. If you didn't notice a trend right now, you are blind. Blackrock, Deutsche Bank, Fidelity. Guys, the doomsday is upon us. Will this pump bags? Absolutely. Is this the end of crypto? I don't know. But Citadel, Blackrock, Vanguard, all of the big nasties are now getting involved. And we'll get into that and why I chose these stories to read to you today. But before that, let's just go ahead and get into the market, get the regular stuff out of the way before we get into the conspiracy theories and the depression. Current market cap right now, guys, sitting at 1.135 trillion, up about 100 billion. If I remember correctly from Monday's video. Unfortunately, I didn't get to do a video on yesterday. Life, man. That's what happens. Gotta do adult stuff. But yeah, we're up. Current market cap is up 5.85%. Again, I think we're up about 100 billion from last time. Bitcoin dominance sitting at 49.5%, just under 50%. ETH dominance 19.2%. And Gwei's still looking nice and calm. 14 Gwei will get you an ETH transaction. Let's go ahead and look at who's winning, who's losing, and who's wasting our time. Bitcoin, 7-day, 11.24%. If you thought that we were going to continue going down, you lost. I don't know what to say. We will talk about Bitcoin and things I've been telling you for a couple of weeks now that have played out. Yeah, but almost 8% on the day. ETH trailing just behind, 4.78 on the day, 3.81 on the week. ETH is looking weak right now, but the reality is ETH was kicking ass over Bitcoin for quite some time, and so a cool off is not unexpected. That being said, moving on, what else we got going on? Cardano up 7.25 on the day. Cardano was looking really slow based on some of the other pumps we were seeing, and it's finally doing its thing. But this is, okay, excuse me, Cardano has always done its own thing. I've always noticed that, especially during the last bull run. It was really hard because I was holding a bag of Cardano, and I was watching everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything pump, and Cardano was doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. Wasn't responding to Bitcoin, wasn't responding to Ethereum, wasn't chasing XRP, which you see them do quite frequently. It did nothing, and it would pop, and it would pop hard while the rest of the market was chill and not really doing anything. It was really weird. It does its own thing. I think it's going to continue to be that way. And that's just kind of a little bit food for thought, I guess I would say. Moving on, Dogecoin 3.28 on the day, 3.37 on the week. Solana 10 on the week, 5.31 on the day. Litecoin showing some movement, 8.73 on the day. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be a green day, especially after yesterday. Whew. Like I said, we're going to talk about that. Avalanche 7.3. Bitcoin Cash, what in this shit? Oh, why are people trading Bitcoin Cash? Well, it's up 21%, guys. If you made money, I would say it might be time to take some out. I don't know. H-bar, 9% on the day. Yeah, green day, guys. Ooh, stacks. Holy shit. 43% on the week, 17.3 on the day. If you got in on stacks at the bottom of this pullback, congratulations. Well done. Optimism looking good too. Just under render token. There's some pumps, guys. There are some pumps. CFX looking really good. Woo! Flow. I don't even know what flow is. I've never heard of that yet. God, Satoshi's vision. Dude, what are you guys playing with these trash Bitcoin forks, dude? It's so funny. They're pumping hard. What a trip. What's Sui at? 78 cents. I might get into Sui at this price. This might be a good entry level. I mean, it was definitely a good entry level. I think it went down to 60 something. But I just didn't know what it was going to do. I didn't know if we were going to go down further or not. All right, let's get on to Bitcoin. Look at that. Oh, wow, we just pumped and pulled back. This is going to be hard, guys. Okay, so first and foremost, let's start off before I get really sidetracked. Monday, I showed you guys this mini wedge-ish flag that was playing. That was setting up, I should say, not playing out. And it did play out, man. This is on the Bitcoin on the 4-hour. There are two patterns that basically did what they do. Again, I'm sorry, guys. Try to ignore my lines. I need to clean this up. Make it easier for you guys to say. First and foremost, this descending wedge, descending channel, whatever you want to call it, was significantly in play. When we got our big pullback here, the double blood diamonds, we bounced to a T right off the bottom of this channel, and then we played up. And the next question from that when we were talking was, oh, sorry guys, I gotta tell you again, this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I am a terrible trader at that. This isn't even a trading channel. I just like to show you what I'm looking at. So don't listen to me. I'm dumb. I know nothing of what I speak. Outside of that, crypto is heavily volatile and risky. You could lose everything. Do your own research. Trade at your own risk. With that being said, okay, we got down to the bottom of this channel, and we bounced off of it perfectly. We wicked below it. That's pretty standard. But we bounced off of this thing perfectly. So if you didn't think that this channel was in play, I'm sorry. That being said, we flagged. And then this little baby wedge, when I showed you guys on Monday, like, this is what I'm looking at. And it was right about here, if I remember correctly. We bounced right here, and then we rode this trend. We rode this bottom trend line perfect. Now, I gotta admit, I didn't expect it to just run off the bottom of this thing. I expected it to bounce a little bit more before it took off, but we took off. Now here's where it got even more perfect. We broke out of this super hard. We pulled back, but retested and bounced. And if that's not the most bullish thing you could ever see, honestly, I don't know what is. When I saw that, I went, we're gonna run. We're gonna run hard. So, bullish retest, bounce, a little bit of sideways action, and then whoop, playing with that stupid crap again. Sorry, guys. And then Blackrock announced, Deutsche Bank announced, Fidelity announced, which I'm not stoked on, but will it pump bags? Absolutely. Now, this is pretty much straight up. Do I expect a pullback? I would totally expect a pullback. I mean, Bitcoin ran almost 10%. It's 11% on the week. That's a lot of money. And that's a lot of people probably leverage trading, etc., etc. That's a lot of people in profit, probably going to take some profits off the table. I don't know why they wouldn't. So with that being said, right now we're back in this the purple box, which has been significant resistance for quite some time. This thing is a monster and has been. We have been talking about this thing for months now. So we broke into it. Again, I'm just kind of reading a story to you guys. Broke into it, rejected. Broke into it again, rejected. We just broke into it again. This is a 4-hour. Let's look at on the 1. Rejected. Broke. Like, this is right now. This just happened. We broke into it again, and it said no. But what do I see? 1 hour looking spicy right now. Because this is what I see. I see a potential another mini flag, mini bull pennant, whatever you want to call these things. I would probably pull from this support level of 27,981. We'll call it 28 even, just to be safe, because that's probably what the psychological level is and why that's becoming a number. If this thing breaks out and holds, it's still not out of it. We're gonna be just below 30. The question is, can we get to 30 and flip it to support? That would be, any of these levels inside this box are potential supports, which we've marked back here several times when it was up there. But they're not crazy strong. I used them because this is where we ranged support here, but they're not significantly strong. So in my opinion, we have to get above 30. If we don't flip 30 into support, I'm not bearish, but I think we're going to be bouncing around for quite some time. Not quite some time, but it's not going to run straight up is all I'm saying. 30 is that psychological number, and we have to turn this into support for us to continue moving upward and onward, in my opinion. But right now we're flagging. Bitcoin needs to make a decision. Will it go down? Will it go up? I don't know. I'm just some random dude in a bedroom at 7 o'clock in the morning making videos, talking to himself. Oh, what's the 30-minute look like? Let's go there. Yeah. Bull trap. Definitely bull trap. So we'll see what happens. But keep your guys' eye on this. If we break this, look for support levels to maybe possibly short the market, things like that. If you're trading with leverage, if you're swing trading, etc., etc. Again, I am not, guys. This is just what I'm looking at. Excuse me. I have been scaling in, like I said, any of these green levels you see here. If you've been watching the channel, these have been my scaling levels for quite some time. Got in at 25,816, got in at 27,310, got in at 28,610, or 28,610. I'm sorry. And this is on the way down. I wasn't buying these on the way up. So when we went up above 30, I had a 28.6 get filled. When it came back and retested, we played up there and I thought we were off the races, and it broke down. I put a set 27.310 buy in, we hit it, cool. When we started trending down again, I put a 25.816 in and it hit it. So I'm doing good right now. For my last buy, I'm roughly up a little over 11.5% from where Bitcoin is at right now at this current point in time. But that's a long hold bag. Again, my Bitcoin really isn't like I'm trying to make money off of. My Bitcoin is mostly a hedge against the dollar whenever I'm buying Bitcoin. I do have other plays that I am expecting to turn into money, but the Bitcoin one is legitimately just a hedge against the dollar. Outside of that, guys, I've spent way too much time talking about the charts today. Keep your eyes on these movements. This is what I'm looking at. I got to be honest. I'm not bearish. Bearish divergence, I gotta be honest, I'm expecting a pullback maybe to 27-ish, just based on a psychological level. But we need to see, it would be healthy to see some kind of pullback, some kind of retest somewhere at some level, some kind of correction, people take profits, and then continue moving up. Keep that in mind. Nothing goes up in a straight line, nor does it, if it does, it doesn't happen forever. I mean, like on the daily, this candle, oh god, it looks stupid. The daily looks absolutely insane. The daily, which is interesting. Okay, so here's some food for thought, right? The daily, this is a perfect breakout of this with a probably a perfectly measured move. I would say I would come up here to right around, we'll just call it 30,004 is where I would naturally expect a take profit. But on most measured moves, you're only going to get 75%, not 100% of the move. So if it were to run, if that was the measured move 14%, about 75% of that is going to be right where we just wicked. 29,271-ish. So that's perfect. So the daily would have given you all this information. The daily would have been the perfect setup for what just happened. But the beauty of that as well, and this is where it, like, if you're learning to trade, if you're learning to watch charts like this, and again, I trade off some really basic shit, man. Maybe some people think I'm foolish because of that. But you're looking at your daily going, okay, well, how do I know if there's going to be another, like, how do I know the direction that the price action might go, right? Go to your smaller time frames, and they'll tell you smaller stories of what might happen. And that's where on the 4-hour, we were looking at this mini flag wedge inside of that descending wedge or descending channel, whatever you want to call it. Go down to the 1 hour, and that looks even stronger, right? And every time you go to a shorter time frame, those measured moves based off of these patterns, based off of this, whatever's going on, are going to be smaller moves. But then you go back out to the daily and go, okay, but the bigger play in action would be this move. I hope that all made sense. I just want to, just help you guys see how to bounce through time frames and charts to help build a story of what might be happening and what the price action might be doing. Something to think about. All right, on to the news, guys. Let's go. All right, so my quick rambling on all of this. Here's the reality of right now. Let's go through the timeline of what just went down. All of these guys, first of all, have been telling you for I don't know how long that crypto is evil, crypto is bad, you could lose all your money, you shouldn't be trading crypto. Crypto is where all the fentanyl, it's insane. Where all the drug trades are using crypto. You probably should only be an accredited investor if you're messing with crypto, et cetera, et cetera. All of these people, all of these traditional finance banks. Then the SEC comes out and sues all the exchanges, all the big exchanges, saying that everything's a security, blah, 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 blah. They tank the market, people sell, get out of their positions, and what happens? Oh, the biggest financial institutions in the world decide to get into crypto. If you're not seeing what's happening right now, you are literally either A, purposely wearing a blindfold, or you just crawled out from underneath a rock. Blackrock, Fidelity, Citadel, Vanguard, the biggest, nastiest, control everything, World Economic Forum entities on the planet, in sync, start getting into crypto. So the wrap up to this is right now they're trying to control Bitcoin. They're trying to control crypto as a whole in general, but they're going to start with Bitcoin. Anytime you sell Bitcoin from here on out, you're basically selling to Blackrock, Fidelity, Citadel, Vanguard. With that being said, I hope I'm wrong. I'm not the smartest person. I'm a fucking idiot, to be completely honest. But it is possible that we may get one last bull run out of this thing. And then it's going to be the traditional stock market. 2%, 3%. They're going to control this thing. Anytime you sell your Bitcoin, you're selling it to them. Something to think about. Let's get on to the story. Blackrock spot Bitcoin ETF renews optimism, sparks wave of new filings. Investment managers WisdomTree and Invesco have filed for spot Bitcoin ETFs hot on the heels of Blackrock. At least 2 investment firms have made new filings for spot Bitcoin exchange-traded funds following investment colossus BlackRock's moves to lodge a similar application for its own spot Bitcoin ETF on June 15th. A New York-based asset management fund, WisdomTree, is the most recent investment firm to lodge a new filing for a spot Bitcoin ETF. According to a June 21st filing to the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, WisdomTree requested that the SEC allow it to list its WisdomTree Bitcoin Trust on the CBOE BZX exchange under the ticker BTCW. Here we go, guys. Its wisdom tree has applied for a spot Bitcoin ETF twice before. Its first application was rejected by the SEC in December of 2021. Its second application was rejected once again in October of 2022, with the financial regulators citing similar concerns of fraud and market manipulation. What the fuck do you think the traditional market is? At the time of publication, Wisdom Tree oversees approximately $83 billion in assets. One of the key differences with BlackRock's recent filing to the SEC is that it intends to enter into a surveillance sharing agreement with the Chicago Mercantile Exchange futures market. BlackRock's proposal cites the SEC's approval for a Bitcoin futures fund by investment advisory firm Crium. I'm dumb. The ruling noted that the CME comprehensively surveils future market conditions and price movements on a real-time and ongoing basis in order to detect and prevent price distortions, including price distortions caused by manipulative efforts. This has been echoed in Wisdom Tree's filing as well, which states that it too is willing to enter into such a surveillance agreement with an operator of a US-based spot trading platform for Bitcoin. Less than 4 hours after Wisdom Tree filed its application, global investment manager Invesco reactivated its application for a similar product. And now Invesco has reactivated their 19B-4 for their spot ETF. According to the 19B-4 document, which informs the SEC of a proposed rule change, Invesco requested that the financial regulator allow its Invesco Galaxy Bitcoin ETF product to be listed on the CBOE BZX exchange. The filing notes that a spot Bitcoin ETF, which uses professional custodians and other service providers, removes the need for investors to rely on loosely regulated offshore vehicles, in turn allowing for investors to more readily protect their principal investment in Bitcoin. Blah, blah, blah. Such bullshit. While the SEC has yet to approve a single spot Bitcoin ETF product, Bloomberg senior ETF analyst Eric Balcones said that BlackRock breathed new life into the race in response to his own tweet concerning the Wisdom Tree filing. BlackRock's going to get approved, guys. I'm telling you. Additionally, Balcones said that crypto investors may have good reason to be optimistic when it comes to BlackRock's move, sharing that the investment firm has a 575 to 1 record of getting ETFs approved by the regulator. Let me read that again. 575 to 1. Meaning 575 times it's applied for an ETF, it's got approved. One of them got declined. What does that tell you? In addition to recent activity from Wisdom Tree and Invesco, rumors have begun circulating that the multi-trillion-dollar fund manager Fidelity Investments, here we go, guys, may also be looking to capitalize on the newfound frenzy for spot Bitcoin ETFs. And we're going to try and touch on that here. Hopefully the story that I pulled up will give us light on that. According to a June 19th tweet from ARK Public co-founder AP Abacus, Fidelity Investments, which manages some $4.9 trillion in assets, may look to file for its own spot Bitcoin ETF. Alternatively, Abacus notes that the investment firm could make an offer on Grayscale's GBTC ETF product. Cointelegraph reached out to Fidelity to confirm or for confirmation, but did not receive an immediate response. Usually. No one talked to you guys. Moving on. Deutsche Bank reportedly applies for digital asset custody license from BaFin. Yeah. Germany's banking industry is slowly warming up to the crypto sector, which, mind you, 4 or 5 months ago, every bank in the world was saying, get out of crypto. It's terrible. It's the worst thing on the planet. Banks are collapsing because of crypto, etc., etc. Yet here we are. If this doesn't look orchestrated to you, again, are you blind? You sold, they took it. You sold to them. Okay. Germany's banking industry is slowly warming up to the crypto sector, with multiple partnerships and crypto services launching in 2023 after a long, cautious approach. Germany's largest banking institution, Deutsche Bank, has reportedly applied for a digital asset custody license to the country's financial regulator, the Federal Financial Supervisory Authority, or BaFin, in a bid to expand its revenue streams, Bloomberg reported. This comes after a similar shift from the bank's investment arm, DWS Group, and aims to expand on digital asset custody services, including cryptocurrencies. DWS Group has previously indicated an interest in investing in 2 German crypto firms. Companies negotiating with DWS Group included Deutsche Bank Digital Assets, a crypto exchange traded products provider, and market maker Tradius. I can't read this stuff. I don't know how to pronounce it. The banking giant corporate bank division first revealed plans to offer digital asset related services in 2020, but hadn't announced a timeline for introducing the services. On June 20th, Deutsche Bank's commercial banking unit head David Lin announced that the lender is building its quote-unquote digital assets and custody business, and that has applied for a license with the country's financial regulator, according to Bloomberg. While Deutsche Bank has been critical of Bitcoin and the crypto market's volatility over the past few years, its tone towards the industry has altered in 2023. In February, Deutsche Bank Singapore, in partnership with Memento Blockchain, successfully completed trials for a tokenized investment platform called Project Dama Digital Assets Management Access. The digital asset fund was created with its own soulbound token and launched a direct fiat to digital on-ramp for users. Separately, German securities processor Deutsche Wertpapier Service Bank. I probably slaughtered that just like everything else. I'm sorry. Also created a Bitcoin-focused platform, WP Next, for retail customers. The new platform offers crypto accounts alongside bank clients and other accounts without requiring them to do any additional Know Your Customer process, KYC, guys. Germany's banking institutions had maintained a distance from the crypto industry, citing its volatile nature and unpredictability. However, the stance appears to be changing in 2023 as major banking institutions continue to explore the potential of adding digital asset-centered services for clients. It is coming. They're doing it shadily. Here we go, guys. This might be it. This might be our last stand, our last run. If you think that the crypto market is manipulated right now, you just wait. Moving on, last but not least, guys. Crypto exchange backed by Fidelity, Schwab, Citadel launches with trading of 4 cryptocurrencies. There you go. Fidelity and Citadel. I've already launched a crypto exchange. Well, this is my nightmare. The cryptocurrency exchange backed by Charles Schwab, Citadel Securities, Fidelity Digital Assets, Paradigm, Sequoia Capital, and Virtue Financial has launched and completed a new funding round. Remember, the SEC went after the 2 biggest crypto exchanges on the planet, saying that they're going to sue them for offering unregistered securities to clients. Yet then the next week, literally the next 2 weeks later, the biggest banks in the world decide to open a crypto exchange. They're not even trying anymore, guys. They're not even trying to hide this. EDX Markets announced Tuesday the successful launch of its digital asset market and the completion of an investment round with new equity partners. According to the announcement, the new exchange website, products traded on EDX include Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Jesus Christ, and Bitcoin Cash. EDX offers a unique non-custodial model designed to mitigate conflicts of interest. The announcement adds, in addition, the platform has introduced a retail-only quote to the crypto markets, allowing participants to benefit better pricing for retail-originated orders, and plans to launch EDX clearing later this year to settle trades matched on the EDX markets. The company also recently closed a funding round with the participants of new strategic investors, including Miami International Holdings, DV Cryptos, GTS, GSR Markets Limited, and HRT Technology. The firm's founding investors include Charles Schwab, Citadel Securities, Fidelity Digital Assets, Paradigm, Sequoia Capital, and Virtue Financial. Bitcoin.com News First reported Schwab, Citadel, Fidelity's planning to launch a cryptocurrency trading platform in June last year. EDX Markets launched at a time when the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission is cracking down on unregistered cryptocurrency trading platforms and security tokens. The securities regulator has changed the NASDAQ-listed crypto exchange Coinbase, the NASDAQ-listed crypto exchange Coinbase with several securities law violations. The SEC Chairman Gary Gensler has also stated that all crypto tokens other than Bitcoin are securities. Yet, all these guys are getting involved. Right. Supporters of EDX Markets are not the only ones remaining bullish about the U.S. crypto industry despite regulatory uncertainty. Blackrock, the world's largest asset manager. The world's largest asset manager. The largest asset manager of the world. This is like some Dr. Evil shit. For real. Filed to launch a Bitcoin trust with the SEC last week, just after the SEC sued Binance and Coinbase. So ironic. This move is widely regarded as an application for a Bitcoin exchange traded fund, which the SEC has so far rejected all applications for. That's it, guys. That's what I got. Let me know what you think. Comments down below. But here's the reality. If this stuff gets approved, which there's nothing that is showing me that it won't. Literally nothing. I am like 99.999999999% sure Blackrock's ETF will get approved. Whenever you sell from here on out, you're selling to them so they can control it, so they can manipulate it. It's just obvious. It's not rocket science. So, something to think about. Keep that on your mind when you do sell your Bitcoin. Again, like I said, I've got a feeling that if this all goes down, we've got one more bull run to make as much money as we physically can off of this thing. And I wouldn't say it's done, but it ain't ever going to be the same. But that's all I've got for you guys today. If you do enjoy the content I provide here on Boring Crypto IO for you every morning, please by all means subscribe to the channel. Turn on that bell for notifications. Please watch these videos. If you like them. Click that like button. Let's grow this channel. Let's get people aware of what's going on out there. And share these videos. Share this channel on all of your social channels. Please, it helps. Let's grow. And I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. I'm out of here.